Breaking boundaries. Green hydrogen takes center stage in the energy revolution. As world leaders come under growing pressure to tackle climate change, green hydrogen is gaining traction as an important part of the solution. But what is the reality around the hydrogen debate? One of the most prevalent elements on Earth, hydrogen, offers us a special chance to switch to clean energy. Recent years demonstrate how dangerously close to a climate catastrophe we are. A sustainable future is imperiled by climate change. Confronting climate change offers a chance to advance wealth and better the future for us all. In that transition, green hydrogen, or GH2, and its derivatives will be crucial. When hydrogen is produced through electrolysis using renewable energy, it's referred to as green hydrogen, a clean and sustainable energy carrier. For industries that are difficult to electrify, like steel, cement, and the chemical industry, GH2 is a game changer. Right now, it's the only option we have for decarbonizing these industries. GH2 is adaptable since it can be utilized as a feedstock for industrial processes or as a fuel for combustion. In a fuel cell, it can also be transformed back into electricity. It can be stored and transferred over great distances farther from the initial renewable energy source than grid-based renewable electricity. GH2 electrolysis can be crucial in ensuring energy security since it can be used to extract resources that are not regionally. Synthetically produced green ammonia is made by fusing hydrogen and nitrogen using renewable energy. Green ammonia can be used to produce sustainable fertilizers, boosting agricultural productivity and food security while also assisting in the decarbonation of the food value chain. Green hydrogen, produced by using renewable energy sources to electrolyze water and split it into hydrogen and oxygen, is one of the most promising alternatives to gray hydrogen, which relies on natural gas supplies and produces carbon dioxide that then needs to be released or stored. According to a new report from Goldman Sachs Research, government incentives are powering major strides in green hydrogen investments, particularly in the United States. The size of clean hydrogen projects is measured by the gigawatts, or GW, used to power the electrolysis used in production. By this measure, the market is still in its infancy. At the end of 2020, only about 0.3 gigawatts of capacity was installed. However, based on projects that have been announced, GS Research estimates as much as 137 gigawatts will be installed by the end of 2030, about 1.7 times more than last year's estimate of 80 gigawatts. Given the long lead times in creating clean hydrogen production facilities, GS expects even more projects will be announced in the next few years. Many of the projects for the second half of this decade still have not yet been announced and are therefore not captured here, implying further upside, writes Goldman Sachs equity research analyst Michel Delavigne. The clean hydrogen industry is scaling up not just the number of projects planned, but also in their average size. The research team estimates that the average project will increase more than 600 times from the current dimensions. Unlocking a decarbonized future. With so-called green hydrogen, the electrolysis of water to create hydrogen gas is powered by renewable energy rather than fossil fuels. Two obstacles to renewable energy are removed when it's converted into storable gas. Renewable energy sources are erratic because they depend on weather conditions, like sunny days and strong winds, and because their output doesn't always match up perfectly with demand. Water and a device called an electrolyzer are all that are required to create green hydrogen, in addition to plenty of electricity. Its adaptability is unequaled after you have that crucial finished result. Green hydrogen can be used to directly power fuel cells in automobiles or ships, burn in thermal power or heating facilities, or even just to partially replace the 10 million tons of industrial hydrogen that are produced from natural gas each year in the United States. The demand for hydrogen reached an estimated 87 million metric tons in 2020 and is expected to grow to 500 to 680 million metric tons by 2050. From 2020 to 2021, the hydrogen production market was valued at $130 billion and is estimated to grow up to 9.2% per year through 2030. But here's the catch. Over 95% of current hydrogen production is fossil fuel based, and very little of it is green. Today, 6% of global natural gas and 2% of global coal go into hydrogen production. But there is a resurgence of interest in environmentally friendly hydrogen manufacturing techniques. This is due to the fact that the potential application for hydrogen are growing in a variety of fields, including power generation, manufacturing processes in the steel and cement industries, fuel cells for electric vehicles, heavy transportation like shipping, production of green ammonia for fertilizers, cleaning products, refrigeration, and grid stabilization. Moreover, falling renewable energy prices, coupled with the dwindling cost of electrolyzers and increased efficiency due to technological improvements, have increased the commercial viability of green hydrogen production. The figure below shows the forecast of the global range of levelized cost of hydrogen production for large projects through 2050. The effects of US policy changes. The US has historically lagged behind the rest of the world in clean hydrogen development. Still, the incentives in the Inflation Reduction Act have spurred a development boom in the US, with planned installed capacity jumping to 12 gigawatts from 2 gigawatts by 2030. The increase will help the US narrow the gap with the rest of the world, but likely not close it since projects in Europe, Australia, and other parts of Asia are also accelerating. The report estimates that Europe will drive installed capacity growth, adding 50 gigawatts of cumulative capacity by 2030, followed by Australia with 34 gigawatts, Africa with 25 gigawatts, and Latin America with 17 gigawatts. Production tax credits. These 10-year credits apply to developers who produce clean hydrogen beginning this year or begin construction of new facilities before January 1st, 2033. Investment tax credits for energy storage. The IRA expands the scope of the existing credits for energy storage to include hydrogen. Clean vehicle credits. The credits extend to vehicles that use hydrogen fuel cells and electric batteries and offer significant credits for commercial vehicles for which hydrogen is particularly well suited. Alternative fuel credits. The IRA provides property tax credits for expanding alternative fueling stations, encouraging more hydrogen transportation infrastructure. By the team's estimation, a $3 tax credit for every 2 kilograms of hydrogen produced would lower the cost of clean hydrogen to that of hydrogen currently produced with fossil fuels. This effectively fully bridges the cost gap between gray hydrogen and green hydrogen from renewable power. The few pioneering projects that have reached successful commercial and financial close and have transitioned to operations that have tested the financing parameters and established bankable project structures and documentation packages that commercial scale projects can reference under preparation across the globe. What are your thoughts on all this? Let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed today's video and found it interesting, then make sure to leave us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on that bell icon to always be updated with the most exciting content as soon as it's uploaded. Thanks for watching. See you again in another video.